I'm gonna dump this in this mixing bowl here, and we are just getting the party started. All right, so we got the chicken. Obviously, we need that.
First step.
And then the other, main star of this recipe, we got some buffalo sauce.
Okay.
We're gonna put about a quarter cup's worth in there, maybe a little more. I'm gonna eyeball it. This is kind of at your discretion.
Right.
I'm loving the buffalo stuff, so I'm gonna, it's literally in the name, so.
You like it a little spicier.
Yeah. Okay, next. Very important too. We got some Hidden Valley Ranch.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't no ranch like a Hidden Valley Ranch.
That is true.
Party, because it don't stop. And once again, we're gonna do about a quarter cup of the ranch.
Woo!
In here and just
Look at that.
slather it on in there at your discretion. I'm a saucy boy, so I like a lot of sauce
Me too.
in my saucy things,
Right.
casseroles. Okay. Also, super important. Everything's important in this. Every ingredient matters.
Right.
We got 8-ounce block of cream cheese that we've softened that we're going to put in there. Okay, so at this point in the recipe, you want to just stop for a second and mix up these ingredients that you already have in there. Otherwise, it's going to be a little more challenging trying to mix everything at once.
Ooh.
So just kind of get that cheese and the sauce all mixed together in a nice, loving family of wonderful flavors and ingredients. Ooh, I'm smelling that buffalo sauce.
I know. I'm getting hungry.
All right, so we got that cream cheese pretty good and mixed up in there.
Yeah.
All right, now on to our next part. We got a couple other little things before we put this in our baking dish.
Okay.
Got some bacon pieces. We're gonna put about 3 ounces of bacon pieces up in here. Like I said, I'm eyeballing it, but I want to give y'all, an approximate in case you want to try this at home, which I definitely would suggest doing that.
Can never have too much bacon.
Yeah. So get that mixed in there a little bit. Let me get my little baby spatula to help me. You always got to be prepared, people.
That's a cute spatula.
Soup's cute. Okay, we got those bacon pretty good mixed in there. I mean, I look bacon with everything. All right, and finally, before we throw it in the baking dish, we got some potato chips, y'all.
Whoa.
This is an American casserole.
Wow.
If I've ever made one, this is
You
an
put
American.
chips in there?
We're gonna put some chips in there. You really don't need to crunch it up because once you mix it in there, you're gonna start getting crunched.
Whoa.
Plus, I love the sound of that crunch, and I don't have to get my hands all oily
Right.
trying to crunch it with my hands, So this is a great American summertime casserole.
Yeah. Now, are you a Ruffles kind of guy or a Lay's kind of guy?
Well, isn't Ruffles like a type of Lay's? You mean like classic or the Ruffles?
Classic or the one with the,
I'm a classic.
Okay.
I'm a classic. You like the Ruffles?
I'm more of a Ruffles kind of
You know what? I like the Ruffles when it comes down to like the cheddar sour cream type.
Okay.
I'll go with the Ruffles with that. But when it comes to potato chips, I like the classic. Oh, it's kind of weird like that. Okay, so we got those chips pretty well mixed in there. So we're going to take this mixture that we've made and we're going to dump it into this 13 by 9 glass baking dish.
Whoa.
Make sure we get all the little pieces and crumbs, all the bacon. Get my little baby spatula to help me out there.
Again.
All right, and then just kind of, you're gonna want to smash it down.
Oh, okay.
Smash that down over the bottom of your baking dish.
Right, kind of a thinner layer, but wow.
Sometimes it's nice having a thinner layer.
It's true. It cooks quicker,
And there's actually still another part. So
Okay.
all right, so this is looking pretty dang good.
Yeah.
All right, so we got that pretty well flattened out over the top. All right, finally, you want to take some breadcrumbs and just sprinkle it liberally over the top. get that nice breaded, crunchy top.
Wow.
Not crunchy, but like that breaded thing.
Right,
I can't find the words.
A little like crisp up a
Maybe
little or
so.
texture.
So we got those breadcrumbs over the top. And just for just a final little piece, we're gonna put a little bit of the sauce over the top of it.
You are a saucy guy.
Just a tiny bit, a tiny bit. Give it a little bit of moisture over the top. I'm not not too much because we don't want to overdo it.
Right.
Trying to be careful.
Wow.
Okay.
That looks great.
Spread that. Just to give it a little bit something on top. All right, so we're gonna take this over to our oven. We're gonna put it in there for 45 minutes at 350. 45 minutes, 350, y'all. All right, let's check this out.
That looks great.
Ooh, yeah. Smells good. Smells just super buffalo-y. All right, let's give it a... Ooh, I could just tell the way that spatula went in there. It's like it baked real nice in there.
And there's like a crisp to the top.
Yeah. Just get a look at that.
Wow. So you about to put that in your mouth.
Steamy. Okay, I'm gonna just go for it. It'll release heat pretty quick. Ooh, look at that. The cheese and the bacon and all that. Oh my gosh. I gotta try this right now. Okay. Oh man. That is steaming. I get one nice blow and then I'm gonna try it.
You're totally gonna burn your mouth. Still going.
Y'all, this is really good. Oh my goodness. It's still a little hot, but I didn't burn myself. Y'all gotta try this for real. We're gonna make some poolside scoops.
Ooh.
Gonna start with a pound of lean ground beef.
Make
sure you get that last little bit of meat
Lean is important to the poolside.
And I drained the meat as well. You're gonna want to drain the meat. You don't want it to be all greasy and stuff.
Good call.
All right. So next we have a 10-ounce can of tomato sauce. I'm gonna do about half the can actually. Maybe not the full. You don't need all that. Maybe 2/3. There we go. And then we have a can of organic black beans that I already drained and rinsed. We're gonna mix all that together. This is gonna be a fun recipe. This will be great for the poolside or just any kind of like summer party or when the fall comes, football game or watching the game.
That's true.
Okay, I'll leave that there for a second. Next, we got the star of this recipe, the Tostito scoops.
Scoops.
Okay, so we got a sheet pan right here,
Okay.
about a 13x9 size, and we're just gonna start layering the scoops along the sheet pan. Get it ready to put our little mixture into that. Yeah, there's our last one right there. All right, so we're gonna take a little meat mixture in each one.
Yeah. Wow.
It's okay if a little meat falls to the side. It's not gonna be.
Right, because we're...
Yeah, a little teaspoon. All right, there's the last one right there. All right, now that we got those, we're gonna take some sour cream, just a tiny bit. We're gonna put on each one. Just a little gloop on each one.
Nice.
Gotta be very delicate with
Right.
each one. There we go.
Man.
Okay. So we got that. Take a look at that. It looks looking pretty good. For about half of them, I'm gonna put.
What you got there?
I'm gonna put these. I got these hot and sweet jalapenos for the people that do enjoy it, like me. Just gonna put one on each one. These are so good. I got these from Trader Joe's.
Wow.
I know not everybody has a Trader Joe's near them, but I'm sure there's something comparable. You could probably get it at Walmart or somewhere else.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe just a different brand.
So we're gonna put
Wow.
one of these.
One right on top.
Yeah, just on each. And you got the sour cream to kind of neutralize some of the. Ooh, this is a big boy right here.
Whoa.
I'll put that on that one.
Yeah. Great recipe. You came up with this one?
I did. I just thought of like, what would I like on a summer day? Especially when I was a kid. Okay. So we got the jalapenos. Now for the last, but definitely maybe the most important part to any meal, the cheese. We got some sharp cheddar, so we're just gonna do a little sprinkling on each one. A little bit more than that though. So yeah, we're gonna lay cheese down on each one, just like a tiny little sprinkling. It's looking pretty good, huh?
That looks so good. Looking so good.
Okay. All right, so we got those down. Look, take a look at that real quick.
That
It's
looks
looking pretty
so good.
All right, so we got the oven set at 350. We're gonna take these babies over there, and we only needed them in there for. Only need them in there for 10 to 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And then we'll come back and have some nice tasty snacks. And we'll have one last little part. All right, let's check them out. Ooh, yeah. Looking nice and crispy.
Wow. The cheese so melted on top like that.
Ready to take them to the poolside. Okay, so now that we've taken them out, for the final stage, we're gonna put some avocado ranch. Kiddos are gonna love this. So we're just gonna do a nice little crisscross on each one. Oop, maybe not. That didn't go how I wanted in my head. Let's try it. Let's keep trying until we get the.
Practice makes perfect.
Yeah, I'm trying to get this presentation on point. Here we go. I want like an X.
Look at that X.
My digestive system is. I'm working to get it back there
Happens to
so I can destroy it again.
best of us.
Okay,
Wow.
so that's looking pretty good.
Yep.
I'm gonna give this a try, and I'm gonna do one of the jalapeno ones.
That one?
Yeah, this one right here.
Oh,
All right, let's give it a try. I'm just gonna go the whole way.
That good?
Oh, this is really good. Wow. Make some Einstein Enchiladas because they're just so smart, so dang smart.
Makes sense.
Oops. We're gonna start with 1 pound of ground beef that we already browned and cooked and drained. Make sure and drain it. Then we're gonna take about a half a cup of salsa. That's about what's left in this salsa container. So I'm just gonna dump the rest of it in there.
I like that. We're using stuff.
And then we're gonna take about a teaspoon of paprika.
Okay.
That in there. We're gonna do the same thing with cumin, about a teaspoon worth. Make sure you got your good seasonings on there. Next we got chili powder, same deal.
A necessity.
Obviously the classic salt and pepper. Obviously the classic pepper.
Always need some pepper.
Look at all those seasonings. In
Good
hindsight, I
seasonings.
probably would have put this salsa on after the seasonings, but
Right.
you know.
Eh.
A little Himalayan pink salt. It's more powerful than regular salt, so I don't need quite as much. All right, so we got some good seasonings in there. We're
Okay.
gonna mix it up, get the mixture all mixed in there, get the salsa mixed in there. Okay, so next part.
Okay.
We've got some red enchilada sauce. We're gonna
Okay.
pour just a thin layer over the bottom of this 13x9 baking pan. Just a thin layer. There we go. Just get it kind of nice and spread out on the bottom. Just want to get a nice bottom layer that we're going to be laying these yummy enchiladas. Okay, so we're going to take our corn tortillas. We've got corn tortillas. What we're going to do is in this other can that's full,
Okay.
we're going to dip our tortillas in it to get it nice and moist. It'll make it a little bit more like bendable. It won't break as much if it has that moistness in it. Okay, once you have the whole thing wet like that, you're gonna take it. It's gonna be a little messy. That's okay. We're cooking. That's part of the thing. We're gonna take some of the meat, put it in there, and just fold it up and drop it in there. And we're gonna continue to do that with the rest of them.
Wow. If you're not getting messy with enchiladas, you're not really doing it right.
All right, that last one in there.
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
Once you have the last one in there, you're gonna take the rest of your Once you put the last one in there, you're gonna take the rest of your enchilada sauce and just pour it over the top. Get it nice and moist, just how Einstein loved it.
That's true. I read about that. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, now we're talking. This is gonna be nice. Okay. All right, now for the part we've all been waiting for, we're gonna put some cheese on there. We're gonna start with some sharp cheddar. Gonna put about a cup's worth over the top of it. Get it nice and evenly layered over the top. There we go. And then we're gonna take about a cup's worth of Monterey Jack cheese. Sprinkle that over the top. So we got the white and the yellow going on.
That's a good touch. I like that.
I just love the smell of enchilada sauce.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I usually do red sauce with the beef, like in this recipe, and the green usually goes with the chicken. I don't know about y'all. Okay, so yeah, we put about a cup's worth of Monterey Jack cheese. We got the oven going at 350. We're gonna put it in there for about 15 minutes. 15 minutes, y'all. Let's take a look. Ooh.
Oh, look at that
Looking
cheese.
good. Oh, that's good. I'm trying to do German. I can't.
Oh, the Einstein, yeah.
Can you do a German accent?
Das ist gut. Enchilada.
That was great. Okay, yeah. So we just took it out. It just needed about like 10 to 15 minutes in there. So it's probably not too hot. So I'm gonna go ahead and give it a little taste test here.
Oh, that cheesy part.
See how it is. Okay, I'm gonna go right here. Wow, this baby right here.
Look at that. Oh, my bite's gonna be so good.
Oh, it's just falling off the bone. If there was a bone to fall off of. Whoa.
Wow.
No.
Is that good?
Tastes like some yummy enchiladas to me.
Wow.